I'm Taylor, and I'm here with Dr. Cowell to talk about how to get a research assistantship.
Hi all.
So first off, how do you prep to sort of get a research assistantship?
Yeah, so if you're, you've just declared a psych major, you've just transferred here, you're a freshman, sophomore, trying to figure out, okay, is research something I want to do? And you've probably heard, oh, you need to have research on your CV, which is your academic resume, in order to go on to graduate school. And you're going, what do I do? What do I do? The first thing you need to do is start to take classes from a wide range of the different professors in the department, because every one of the professors here does research to some extent, and so you can approach them afterward. But one of the keys is knowing who those professors are, what they study, what their topics are, what's going on in the department in the first place. Because a lot of people know about a few of the labs that are here in the department, but everyone is running research, and it's very different, and it's very cool, and there are a lot of different experiences to be had. So your first thing is you need to do well in your courses. In order to get into the RA-ships, like most of those individualized learning experiences that these videos have been about, you have to have a pretty high GPA. So most of them have a cutoff of, I think it's a 3-point GPA in order to even qualify in the first place. And they're usually pretty competitive. There's a lot of routes to get there that we'll talk about in a second. But the first key is take classes from a lot of different people in a lot of different topics within psychology to really get a feel for what's out there in this broad field of psychology. Start to identify what you like. Start to talk to those professors, not about doing research with them, but about those topics. Have that professor know who you are, and then we'll talk about the next part, so yeah.
Yeah, so then how exactly do you go about getting a research assistantship?
So the next part is you've got to look in several different ways, because there's no one route that every professor takes. It could be that they post on the psych blog or the psych reports, where a lot of people post, hey, I need a research assistant in this topic. So keep your eyes on that. That's one of the most valuable places. Another is word of mouth. So a lot of professors start to say, hey, I'll be accepting 5 people in my lab next semester, and it becomes competitive. It becomes a thing where there's an application you fill out, there's an interview process, and several of the labs are like that. And some of the times it's those conversations that you're having with your professor early on turn into the professor going, why don't you consider doing research with me? And all of those are routes that people get research assistantships here. The one to definitely start in now checking on is to go on the psych reports and start to read up on this.
Awesome. Well, thank you. And if
My
anybody
pleasure.
else has any other questions, feel free to talk to your professors or advisors, because they're there to help.